The abandoned hospital had been closed down for years, its hallways and wards left to decay and rot. Once a place of healing and hope, it had become a place of shadows and whispers, a dark reminder of the past. The hospital had been built in the early 1900s, a grand institution that offered state-of-the-art medical care to the sick and injured. For many years, it had thrived with a dedicated staff of doctors and nurses who worked tirelessly to save lives. But as the years went by, the hospital began to suffer from financial problems. The city's population had grown, and more hospitals had been built to serve the needs of the community. The hospital struggled to keep up, and eventually it was forced to close its doors. For years, the hospital remained empty, its walls crumbling and its halls silent. But as time passed, rumors began to circulate about the hospital. People whispered about strange noises and sightings of ghostly figures in the abandoned building. It was these rumors that drew the attention of a group of 5 friends. They had always been fascinated by the paranormal, and the idea of exploring a haunted hospital was too tempting to resist. They spent weeks researching the hospital's history and studying maps of the abandoned building. They carefully planned their trip, choosing a night when the moon was full and the sky was clear. As they approached the hospital, they could feel a sense of foreboding in the air. The building loomed before them, its windows shattered and its doors hanging off their hinges. They made their way inside, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. They explored the hallways and wards, searching for any sign of the paranormal, but at first they found nothing but empty rooms and broken equipment. That was until they reached the old operating theater. The room was lit by a single flickering light bulb, and as they stepped inside, they saw something that made their blood run cold. In the corner of the room stood a figure wearing a white lab coat. It was facing away from them, but they could hear the sound of scissors being sharpened. One of the friends screamed, and the figure turned around. Its face was covered by a surgical mask, but its eyes glowed red in the darkness. The friends realized too late that they had made a terrible mistake by coming to the hospital. The figure lunged towards them, scissors in hand, and they scattered in all directions. But it was too late. One by one, they were caught and never seen again. The hospital remained abandoned, a place of nightmares that no one dared to enter again, and the legend of the haunted hospital became even more terrifying than before, a warning to those foolish enough to seek out the unknown.